All right, let's talk about a huge shift that every single leader has to face at some point, moving from just being a busy doer to becoming a wise builder. We're really going to dig into the difference between just checking tasks off a list and actually building something that's going to last, something that's bigger than just you. So, as we go through this, I want you to keep a question in the back of your mind and be honest with yourself. Right now, in your role, are you genuinely building for the future, or are you just stuck on the hamster wheel of being busy? It's a tension every leader feels, and today we're going to get to the bottom of it. Okay, so to really get to the heart of this, first, we have to talk about a super common trap. It's something that even the best, most dedicated leaders fall into. It's a mindset that feels really productive, but underneath the surface, it's actually holding everything back. And here it is, the core of the problem. When you have that doer mindset, you, the leader, you become the bottleneck for your entire team. This is what happens when you feel like you have to do everything yourself, when you micromanage the details, and when your focus is just on what's happening inside. It literally prevents your people and your whole organization from ever growing past you. So if being a doer is the trap, then what's the way out? Well, it turns out there's an ancient blueprint for this whole thing. It's found in the book of Proverbs, and it lays out this incredibly powerful three-part strategy for building something that actually lasts. The very first piece of this blueprint is wisdom. I want you to think of wisdom as the architectural plan. It's the how-to for whatever you're trying to build, whether that's a new team, a department, or a whole organization. And let's be clear, wisdom here isn't just about being book smart or knowing a bunch of facts. It's all about the how. It's that practical, hands-on ability to take what you know and actually apply it to create something real, something with value. It's strategy in action. Okay, so wisdom gives you the plan, but understanding is what comes in and builds the foundation. This is the stuff that gives the whole structure its stability, what makes it strong enough to last through the tough times. And here's the part that so many people miss. This foundation isn't about better spreadsheets or new processes. True stability, that rock-solid establishment, it comes from investing in your people. You build a lasting foundation by developing other leaders and strong teams who can carry that vision forward. Your foundation is your people. So once the house is built with wisdom and the foundation is established through understanding, well, it's time to fill it up. And knowledge is what brings in the riches that give the whole thing life and purpose and real value. And this, right here, this is the whole point. The precious riches we're talking about, it isn't profit margins or buildings. It's the people you empower. The real value, the true treasure of your organization is that next wave of leaders and teams that you develop and then release to do the work. Okay, so this ancient blueprint, it demands a really practical, modern shift in how we operate. It's about moving from doing to leading. So let's break down what that actually looks like day to day. You know, when you really get down to it, it all boils down to one single fundamental shift in your approach. It's a change in your mindset that ends up affecting every single thing you do. I mean, the difference is just night and day, right? The doer thinks, I've got to do it myself. The leader thinks, how can we make this happen together? A doer feels pressure to have all the answers. A leader knows to ask the right questions to get input from the team. A doer waits for permission. A leader gives permission, empowering other people to take action. So which column sounds more like you? And you know, this whole idea is backed up by another core principle. A leader's number one job isn't to do all the work, but to equip their people so that they can do the work. Your success as a leader is ultimately measured by their success and their growth. So what's the real payoff for making this change? Why does it matter so much? Well, the stakes are incredibly high. It's really the difference between building a static, rigid institution and creating a lasting, dynamic movement. It really comes down to how you handle power. Are you a power withholder, the rock star who secretly wants to be the center of everything? Or maybe you're a power holder. You want more to get done, but you're not really developing new leaders to do it. The goal, the place we all want to get to, is to be a power releaser, someone whose main goal is to multiply their influence by pouring into and developing others. And these two approaches lead to two completely different futures. When you withhold power, you create a static institution. Eventually, rules become more important than the mission, and it all becomes internally focused. But when you release power, you create a movement, something that's flexible, that's focused on expansion, and that naturally multiplies. That choice starts with the leader. So where do you start? How do you actually do this? It really comes down to 3 key actions. First, you have to intentionally build a culture where working in teams is just how you do things. Second, stop trying to make all the decisions alone. Really work with a leadership team. And third, and this is huge, you have to make a non-negotiable commitment to invest your time and energy in that next generation of leaders. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. When your time is done, what's going to remain? Is it going to be the memory of all the tasks you did yourself? Or will it be the people you built up, the leaders you developed, and the movement you unleashed into the world? What will truly outlast your leadership?